Installing the rear end. Last week we put it together. This week we're gonna put it in the car. I think we've got everything that we need. What's the first thing we should do?
The first thing we did that, mask off the bottom frame rail so you don't scratch your beautiful powder coat.
I don't wanna do that.
And next thing I would say, you can put your torque tube in your torque ball just to have it in there out of your way.
Okay. You grease the torque tube where it goes into the torque ball.
Yep.
As the rear end goes up and down, it's gonna telescope in and out of the torque ball.
Cool, got it on my shirt already.
That's why we made them dark colors.
First step of the video.
Yeah, the first step is to get grease on your shirt.
I like to have one of those everywhere I go.
The light?
Light?
Yeah, that little light, man.
That's the nice thing about doing things on camera is that somebody else holds the light for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of bushings are these?
These are Zemco nylon bushings.
Are we ready to ream them?
Yeah, we are ready to ream them.
Ready.
If you just take a bushing and you just slide a torsion bar right through it, the bushing's gonna slide right over that with ease before it's actually in the car. And when you slide it into the car, it'll squeeze it.
Right.
So, and the key for torsion bars is you want those things to spin freely.
How did we put the bearings in the bird cage?
So what we did, we pretty much just kind of took like a hot plate and kind of set it on there for a while, up to like, I don't know, what, 300 degrees, and put the bearings into a freezer for probably about a half hour, and then once they kind of got up to a good temperature, they just fell right in. Here, hold that in.
Yeah, I got you. There you go. Are we ready to go into the car with it?
Yeah, we can put her in the car.
Okay.
Now here's when you would put your drive shaft in the torque tube and put it in your rear end, but since this one's gonna have just a dummy block to start with, we're skipping that step.
We're shifted, there you go. Yeah, everybody that's been back here working on it has been amazed at how different it is to work with shiny new clean parts.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of nice to have all these nice tie bolts in bags instead of in one big bucket in the corner of your shop.
What measurements are we going to?
From the front of the axle
To
the edge of this straight edge.
Yeah, but what's the measurement?
38 and 5/8 for a
On both
40-inch
sides?
setback. Yep.
Just a 1/16 of an inch off.
Okay. And we'll check that.
38 and 3/8.
There we go. There's 38 and 5/8.
To time the bird cage, basically the bird cage has to be square with the world, 0 degrees. And then you adjust the square by adjusting the radius rod.
And we're at 0 there.
Okay, we tighten it all up and then put the ladder on. You didn't mean to do something for you?
No, that's all.
Careful, that's like an hours old Krylon paint job on that thing.
You want that to be free, the arms to be free, and that to be free.
Now we go to ride height and put the stops on?
Yep.
And so with it set at ride height, you run the stop bolt up against the pad?
Yep.
Okay.
You run it in, I'll tighten it.
Till it touches the pad there.
And you tighten the jam nut?
Yep, and then it would be square off the blocks. And well, you'd torque everything. I torque the arm bolts and the stop bolts to 35 pounds.
Is that it?
That's it for squaring it and having everything ready to go.